her on the call. I'm checking with her if she's joining back. But Suchi, let's begin. I think let's begin with the people that are here without spending more time. And the ones who need to join in will continue joining in later. Okay?
Sure.
So I will just quickly talk about the tribe and you, and we can begin. So hi everyone, my name is Roshni. I am the founder of We Tribe. By We Tribe, we mean Women Entrepreneurs Tribe. I'm also a business coach and the founder of Ovomania. So in the capacity of being the founder of We Tribe, the vision of the tribe is to grow women entrepreneurs and grow as a community as well. So this place is purely for business, be it conducting these workshops, be it having chat sessions where we talk about business, be it sharing your network through referrals. So everything that we do is centered towards business growth and the growth of the business owner. I personally believe that as the business owners grow, that's how their businesses and holistic life is going to grow. Right? So today we have with us Suchi, who is the director of Little Papillons. She's also a cognitive behavioral therapist, and I'm very happy to have her on board on the tribe and today to talk to us about her expertise. We've been in conversation about this topic since I think almost 2 weeks, and today is the time where this is actually happening. So it's a very pertinent topic to what we all go through emotionally and mentally. So we're talking about emotional and mental wellness during this lockdown. Over to you, Suchi.
Thank you, Roshni. Yeah, we have been talking for a long time, and I'm really, really happy to have found this tribe. And I simply love your energy and the tribe's energy. I really hope we all grow together. So right, I
Thank you
guess
so
I'll
much.
jump right in so that we are a little constrained on time. So today we are going to talk about emotional and mental wellness during the time of lockdown, which is a very very unprecedented time for us. We haven't been in such kind of times probably in a century or so, and we didn't exist back then. But before talking about this particular time, I think we should just have a little brief understanding as to what is emotional wellness first, and then we can talk about the emotional wellness during a particular time period. So, what do you think, when we mean by emotional wellness? Does it mean that when, oh, you're all happy all the time, you're smiling all the time, or you're very cheerful? Is that emotional wellness? Not really. That is not really, always being in a state of bliss, first of all, is not really possible. And if you're always happy, that isn't really emotional wellness. So, what is emotional wellness then? It's basically being aware of your own emotions, whatever emotions it may be, right? So, I guess we have all been into a situation, wherein we are unable to explain ourselves what we are feeling, right? Probably we all have been there at some point of time. It may be due to anxiety. We are feeling anxious because probably, like, today I'm supposed to present a webinar. I may be feeling anxious, but I don't know how to talk about it. Or maybe we are feeling scared because we have to go somewhere new and we don't know a whole lot of people there. Or maybe we just simply didn't like what the other person told us, and we don't really know how to tell it to the person without either hurting them or without ruining our relationship. So we feel very emotionally in a tense situation. We don't know how to feel or how to talk about our feelings. So that is what is we mean as emotional wellness, knowing what you're feeling and then explaining it how we are feeling, which is most of the times easier said than done. So we will probably, there is a huge length of conversation which can happen around it, but we are very very short on time. We'll just talk a little bit more about the emotional well-beings, and then we go on to the pertinent topic. So, once we know how we are feeling and once we know how to communicate, it becomes very, very easy for us to be emotionally well. And why we have taken emotional with mental wellness is because obviously, when you are feeling emotionally vulnerable, you are also feeling mentally vulnerable, right? When you are feeling sad or when you're feeling down with something, you are mentally also very disturbed. You really don't want to talk about anything, you don't feel like doing anything, you start feeling lethargic. So emotional wellness is very, 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 very important. Whether we are talking about going to a job, or whether we are talking about doing day-to-day chores, being emotionally well. I'm not saying emotionally strong, but emotionally well. Being aware of ourselves is very important. So especially during this lockdown, what is happening is most of us, have to multitask. We have to do the kitchen work. We have to take care of our children. We also have to do our work, right? Most of us, I think, are all self employed, and we are not really closed. Our offices are not closed. We are not on holiday. We are certainly not on vacation, but probably our workload has increased, and we at some point feel so emotionally boggled that अरे क्या हो रहा है, why is this happening, how do I take care of it, and then but sometimes we are so used to giving, being women, we have that tendency कि नहीं करना है, होते रहता है, करना पड़ेगा, करेंगे, right? Am I right? Yeah. So we say that and we carry on, but what we don't realize it how much it is affecting us at the back of the mind. So today, one very important thing I would like to tell all you wonderful ladies is please take out some time for yourself, just for yourself. Again, when we pause, take a break, sit down, breathe, listen to your favorite music, right? Do what you want to do for some time. We feel that, Array, if I don't see this, something is going to happen. If I don't go in the kitchen, something is going to happen. If I don't look after my kid for 5 minutes, he'll probably break something. We feel that the world around us collapses if we are not doing something. But again, that is again us being very, very mentally vulnerable, thinking that everything is on our shoulders. So it's very, now again, if it is also on our shoulders, it is more important for us to stay strong for them also. There is another aspect to it as well. We also need to be strong for the people that we think would fall around us if we are not looking after them, right? So yeah, so uh, probably take maybe a few seconds and close your eyes and think for yourselves, how are you feeling today? I would really, really request all of you to take probably maybe 10 seconds or so and think, how are you doing today? Ask this to yourselves, please. It's not me who is asking this to you, it is you. Please ask yourselves, how are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Yeah, do we all have the answer to that? We'll discuss it at the later part. We will surely discuss how we are all feeling this today. So once you have the answer to how you're feeling today, everything else will seem to fall into place. If you're not feeling positive, how will you give out that positivity to your home, to people you love, to your children, to your family? You cannot, right? So we think that thinking about ourselves is selfish. It is not. It is the utmost selfless act that actually you can do, because if you are not strong enough, how are you going to make others feel strong? Am I right? Yeah. So so now let me tell you quick points just about this lockdown. How will you do this during the lockdown when everything is seems to be in a chaos in our houses, right? Make a schedule, a daily chart, which I think most of us are doing because we are all working. We have a daily chart. Okay, this is the time we have to make breakfast. This is the time we have to sit down with our laptops. This is the time we have to make our children study. We are doing it. We are making a chart, but are we following it? Following it is very important, right? It takes hard work to follow it, but let's make it a point to follow it, because suppose if we were, we all probably all of us have been working in corporates, and we know that okay, we have to report at 10 o'clock, right? So we did that. So why are we not doing it for ourselves, right? So again, why am I asking so many questions is because the moment you start asking questions to yourself, you find answers within, and it helps you in moving ahead. It helps you in doing things, in a certain way, in a better way for yourself. So let's do that once we have a rough idea at least, okay, that tomorrow this is four, five, six things that we are supposed to do. We actually have a rough map in our mind and we know it's clear, okay, our mind is decluttered to a certain extent, and we think that okay, this is what we have to do. There can always be unforeseen things that can happen, but isn't going to happen every day. So we will not talk about those unforeseen things for now. So tomorrow, if we have to, probably do five things, we know okay, ये five things करना है, and we have 24 hours in a day, and this is how we are going to divide it, right? And while making that chart, please remember to take out a time for yourself. Make a slot that this is the 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever time you can afford for yourself. Please write it in the chat. Okay, this is me time, this is my time, and I'm going to do what I love to do. It could be painting, it could be growing a kitchen garden. We all want to have kitchen gardens, जिसमें herb धनिया वगैरह हम उगाएंगे, because we all want to do it. It's something, again, being closer to earth is something that makes us feel happy, I guess. So take up that kitchen gardening, read a book, maybe write a book, if you really want to. Listen to your favorite song, just close your eyes, lay back, and just listen to the songs. If there is nothing else that you would probably love doing, just do that. But that is me time. And make sure you shut everything around you, not physically but also emotionally and mentally, that this is my time and I'm going to do this because I love doing it. And once you have done that, even for 10 minutes, you will feel so refreshed that your whole day would probably, would be the happiest day, because then you wouldn't feel so much boggled. Okay, you're doing it because you have to do it. No, you're doing it because you love to do it. So doing something you love is very, very important. Another thing is talking to your friends, your siblings, your parents, your cousins. We sometimes don't give enough credit to people around us, but talking to someone who probably understands us, who makes us feel happy, is one of the, again, best thing that you can do for yourselves. Talk to anybody. It can be anyone in your community, in your family, in your friend circle, who really, really gets you, who listens to you without any judgments, just for the sake of listening it. We don't always want a solution for something. We just want somebody to listen ki sun lo na yaar, right? So yeah. So let's do that. Let's talk to somebody who will just listen to us. You can also reach out to me. I am always there. So I did something, during this lockdown. I have sent few messages to, people who are, whom are close to me and whom I know are going through something and cannot talk to anybody about. I have sent out that message saying, if you ever want to talk to me, please talk to me, text me, call me, video call me, just don't hesitate. So even that, maybe that 4-line message somewhere, I have received back replies saying, I really needed this today. So they probably may not really talk to you, but that feeling that they had when they received this message, okay, there is somebody out there for me, is very important. So maybe do something like that for your friends, or talk to your friends. Exercise, yoga, we all listen so much, exercise helps so much, yoga helps. कल करेंगे, परसों करेंगे, कभी तो करेंगे. But again, yoga has a very, very scientific approach to it, right? It improves our blood circulation, it improves our concentration level, and when the blood flows to all your chakras, to all your points, you don't have those cramps. Sometimes we feel that there is a pain here, there is a pain there. That pain actually goes away. It actually goes away, it actually relaxes you. So take some time, again, not huge time, maybe 10 minutes, maybe somebody has an hour. So take it slow, increase that slowly, but do it. Again, that exercise and yoga is a form of self relaxation. So I'm going to tell something next, which a lot of people would not like. Take a break from social media. Okay. A lot of people tell me, Suchi, what is this that you're telling? But yeah, take a break from social media. Social media is, just bombarded with so many things, and we don't know what is true, what is not true. And we try reading about, n number of places in the world. We try reading about Uganda, we try reading about, New Zealand, we try reading about Australia, we read about so many places. But what we again, forget is that how is it affecting us? We forget that, all these news is affecting us. So take a break from social media, do something with your loved ones, do something with your own self. Maybe if you have children at home, they are the best medicine that you can have. Play with them, laugh with them, read a story with them, just sing, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star also, which we have forgotten. But see, I see everybody smiling here the moment I said Twinkle Twinkle, because it takes us back to so many happy memories, right? So these are so many small, small things that takes us back to happier places. Let's do that. Let's keep social media away for some time. Let's switch off the news also. I'm not saying check news every hour. There is no update every hour. Maybe once in a day, twice in a day is the maximum that we can take mentally, right? We can keep the news on for 24 hours, but the statistics doesn't change. If you have noticed, they are not giving us update every day also. And sometimes we don't even know, and then we see some statistics different on the news, some we see something else on WhatsApp, we see something else on Facebook, and we start overthinking what is going to happen, what is going to happen. Again, it leads to anxiety. So let us keep away things that are making us anxious. Let's do more of things that are making us happier. We need to find that happiness within us, that what makes us happy. We all have probably, like common things, talking to friends, talking to children, singing songs. Apart from that, there would be something that you as an individual, me as an individual would love to do, and that makes us really happy. So let's find that sweet spot, and let's do it from today. The moment this webinar is over, let's start doing that. Let's go back and let's do the first thing is tap into our inner happiness. What is it that is making me happy? Yeah. So I guess I just have a little more time to talk about life after lockdown. Again, we are all so much,
I think we have 5 minutes.
Yeah, so quickly, probably. So life after lockdown, again, we all know, we all have contemplated it's not going to be the same. We can't just, go back to going to movie theaters, going to malls, or going back to our offices also immediately once the lockdown is lifted, because the lockdown may be lifted, but the virus is still out there. We still need to be very, very careful about where we are going, what we are doing. Keep up those similar practices of hygiene, also of, let's take our learnings from the lockdown, like not relying on others. Yeah, we are not relying on our helpers now. We are doing everything ourselves. So let's take that learning that, okay, we are, we can do things ourselves. We need to maintain our hygiene, and whatever we have spoken in our webinar about the emotional and mental wellness, we can still keep doing those things. Be in touch with our friends, meditate, take time for ourselves. So these are all learnings that we have taken from the lockdown, and ease ourselves back into the life after the lockdown, rather than jumping again. Okay, lockdown is over, now we can go and have this meeting, now we can go and have that family function, now let's have a huge gathering. Let's not jump into things, is what I mean to say. Let's ease into that as well. So I guess enough of monologue now. I would love to listen from all of you. If we can start with the question that how are you all feeling today, and then we take questions if we have time.
How am I feeling today? So I think one thing I'm surely going to do is after the meeting, after the workshop gets over, is going to write a poetry.
Oh, lovely.
Because, yeah, so I had a sleepless night and wasn't really up. But I think these small things in life actually give you inner peace and happiness when you actually find your own bliss, So it could, like you said, it could be being with kids, it could be laughing, it could be talking to your friends. So I think I'm going to do that for myself.
Please share it with us.
Yes, I will. I will.
Lovely.
Yes.
Binuji, you're on mute still.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really loved the way you taken us through the whole, pointers, and I am glad that I was able to do more.
Oops.